Welcome into the Fourth Mother Box. You are following us at Fourth Mother Box on Instagram, youtube.com/Fourth Mother Box, where you see our ugly fucking mugs again. Look at this. We're testing some shit out. Thank you, Kyle, and right back at you, you fucking kumquat. So this should be fun. You know, we're testing video out again, having fun. It's Thursday evening. I'm flying out. Kyle doesn't know this yet, but I'll be in Chicago for like a hot minute tomorrow, and then on Tuesday. But I'll let you know in a second. I am Tom Okery. Thank you for joining us into the madness that is the Fourth Mother Box. Welcome back into my Bat Cave. You may have seen this here on Jedi Talk sometimes with videos, lightsabers, figures. I'm here in Central Florida, but talking to always from Chicago, Illinois, Mr. Kyle Cosentino. Kyle, how the fuck are you today?
I'm doing good, and I'm talking to you from my Bat Cave.
Ah, yes. Yours is that the Batman animated series Bat Cave, or is that just a variation?
It's a variation, but yes is the answer.
Yes is the answer indeed. So yeah, Kyle, I thank you for recording. It's a weekday that we're taking care of this. I am going to see some family. So all my family, just by hook or crook, ended up in Neenah, Wisconsin. My dad's been there forever, and then my mom and sister ended up back over there. I'm all from Chicago, so yeah, I'm flying into O'Hare tomorrow just to get a rental car to drive to Wisconsin until Tuesday morning, and I fly back to Orlando, which will be sorely missed.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually getting we have nice weather now. I'm not sure if it's going to stay, but you know, it's acceptable.
We also have acceptable weather. I'm just looking out my window here. My window's open during the day.
It's not as good as Florida. I mean, you definitely can't compete.
No. Just come work here. Tell your clients you have explosive diarrhea and just you have to take your calls from the toilet, and we could just set up a fart machine that go off every 10 seconds and then plopping noises in the background. I mean, it'll work perfectly.
It wouldn't. It would be like it's like pretty much any other session for them.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. I love how you've got, I don't know if our video is going to capture this, but you've got like your MA, LCPC on there, on your title there. It's so cute.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's cute. It's fun to rip on them for these people.
I suppose it is on there.
Yeah.
I see that. Son of a bitch.
It's just fun, yeah. So speaking of...
It stands for Licensed Clinical Professional Clown.
Ah, okay. He did turn that back around himself.
Yep, I did it before you got there, so...
Thank you very much, because I can come up with a lot of LCPC and little clinicians practice queerly.
No,
there we go.
No.
Yeah. Yep. You're a little clinician.
You could do better.
You could
do better.
I could.
You could do so much better.
You know what? Fuck you and blow it out your ass. That's how I feel. But we need to tame the hate a little bit there, because I said welcome in here and using video into our bat caves.
Why don't you just announce who the special person is? That it probably is fucking Brad, because apparently I'm out of the Fourth Mother Box and now he's the co-host.
What the hell are you talking about? Oh, that? No, Brad's not here.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I'm serious.
Hi, Brad.
I'm serious. That's my phone. That I'm using that because the way that we're recording these things. I sort of you're so twisted about what's going to happen to you. This is kind of funny. I swear to God, it's not him.
You guys got nothing.
It'll be dumber
than
that's his
It'll be
bit.
dumber than The Last Jedi. Come on.
Shut the hell up. Okay, The Last Jedi is canon and the best Star Wars movie ever.
No.
In my opinion. But also Empire Strikes Back is the best one ever. Also Return of the Jedi is the best ever. So
I agree.
Yes, they're all best evers. That's something we'll talk with Travis next week on our live episode on March 22nd from Just Freaking Wrestling, JFIW over there. And then we'll also talk to P-Trap. Did you hear P-Trap? I don't know if you listened to JFW. I told you to listen to it. They loved you this week. Okay.
They're afraid to go after you. I mean, they just I don't know what it is, but they are shaking in their little boots.
All right then. But P-Trap said, be careful what you wish for as far as inviting them into our house. So you just know that Double J is going to be over there for date night, and he's going to be sitting on P-Trap's lap during this live podcast. You just know they're setting that up. Either that or Baba Ghoul, Tony Babagul Ross might be there painting some brushes for the fourth mother box. Yeah, actually, I'd love to have Tony Babagul come paint some brushes for us. That'd be fantastic. Babagul Ross, whatever the hell his name is. You know what I'm talking about, Pat.
It's Joni. That's his name.
Joni?
Joni.
Where'd you get Joni from?
I don't know. It just seems right. Joni Gabadrool.
Joni Gabadrool. All right. That makes sense. And then, of course, we've got our birthday boy from yesterday, the amazing turtle, Nubby Jones. So, did you see the video that we shared?
Hell yeah, that was fucking hilarious.
That was a special.
Mike getting annihilated in the ring. I'm sure that's like a video that's very easily found, very easily seen. Mm-hmm. I'm sure anytime he wrestles, that's pretty much the outcome. He's got the upper fart kick at the end too.
When he was a referee,
my favorite. That's my favorite part of it.
Yeah, I had to give it to whoever was on. I didn't catch that quick who's on commentary there, but they were like saying that's a load-bearing cane that Damian Saint was using. It was so fucking funny. Wrestling commentators can be the funniest people in the room. You just got to give them the chance. You just got to give them the chance. So yes, I'm hyping this JFW and Fourth Mother Box collaboration next week on the 22nd around 7 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be live. I will get the details. We will get the details out to you about how we're going to make this happen, but we will make it happen. I probably be a lot of fun. A lot will be said, and hearts will be broken, and farts will be made. So
it's going to be a shit show.
Well, yes, this is the Fourth Mother Box, the Farts and Diarrhea podcast.
I mean,
we are the shit show, literally and figuratively.
I'll have to prepare that spelling bee for them. We got to make sure that they learn something when they come on.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You do have to prepare said spelling bee. So would you like to say anything to JFW before we just leave it for next week?
What could I possibly say?
I don't know. They're always throwing shit your way and you're not saying anything.
You know what?
That's the
choose
continued
not
bit
to respond.
Yeah.
I respond to them all the time. It's like, they can't even get up to my level, Travis makes me laugh though. I'll give him that. Like Travis, he's made me laugh twice where I listened to it when I'm at the gym on the treadmill and I had to stop twice because this guy is fucking hilarious.
Why? Because he sounds like Roz or he actually says some funny stuff?
No, he says funny stuff every once in a while.
Yeah, okay. Like
Mike,
you, right?
Mike doesn't do anything, but yeah, definitely not that. That just was dumb. But Mike and P-Trap are just kind of there. So
P-Trap better not bring any train horns to the Fourth Mother Box. Okay, we are a train hornless podcast. You understand? No train horns. Can't be doing that. So
is he a fan of train horns?
No, he just lives near a train, and and sometimes he forgets to put himself on mute when he's on JFW, and you just hear in the background.
Does he live in a train? Is he like one of those old transits that live in a boxcar?
Probably. Let's just say he is.
Okay, he's a boxcar guy.
Boxcar P-Trap. That could be his wrestling gimmick. There you go, P-Trap. When you come out of retirement, Boxcar P-Trap. Come with carrying one of those bundles.
No, even better. We could just call him Boxcar Bitch.
Boxcar Bitch? Nah, that's not PG. I think his wrestling name has to be PG.
Oh, what are they wrestling in front of fifth graders?
Yes. I don't know.
Wow.
Probably.
That's the only people they can get to come to their shows is fourth and fifth graders.
Yes. Yep. That's it. That and lovely intoxicated men. So that's that. We will have all of that and then some. It's going to be a pretty random show next week. We'll talk, like I said, aliens. Kyle wants to give a vocabulary test, apparently. We'll talk Batman. I'd love to know. Mike did want to share his opinion on our Batman topic from last week about Christian Bale and Ben Affleck.
You know what? I already know his opinion without him even saying anything. Whatever I said, he's going to say the opposite. He's not going to agree on anything. He's going to agree with you because he's your little butt bitch. So
he is not my butt bitch. No,
yeah, he is.
I'm the one who put that fucking video together. So
Even still, they can't come after you. They are
Sure they
afraid
can.
to talk shit about you.
Pat did. He put the
I'm the
redhead
only
wig
one.
on.
I'm the only one that steps up to that plate consistently.
Yeah, and you
I deliver
swing and
each
miss.
time. I
You
deliver
swing and
each
miss
time.
because you can't reach the baseball over your head because you're 4'5". You're furious at 4'5". That's the name of your autobiography.
Well, there's a presidential candidate that wants to get rid of gingers, so I think.
Oh, really?
that's,
Who?
Yeah, well, I think it's pretty easy. I mean, actually, probably both of them do. I would imagine that wouldn't be a part of their presidential agenda.
Who the hell wants to get rid of gingers? Who said that? What are you insinuating?
Did you not watch the video that I sent you? Maybe you should look at the
Oh.
text messages that I send you, Tom.
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, I saw
And
that.
Tom's running a little bit, behind.
Shut up.
Upgrade
No,
your
no.
You need to
I saw
upgrade
that.
your software.
I'll upgrade something. Up your ass
yeah.
and to the left. Yeah, my foot
nice,
in your ass.
nice Star Wars dildos you have on the wall over there.
Thank you. They come in handy. They absolutely do.
Most of them are double-sided, everyone. So just so you
They
know.
sure are. They go in two places at once.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's true. Tis true. What the fuck were we talking about? Why did we get the dildos? Why did you bring up dildos? Is it
I
your
don't know, but I have
Batmobile
something.
dildo?
I have something to yell about today.
Go ahead and yell.
Okay, I'm going to yell about this.
Please do.
Okay.
Put a chicken at Nick or Gay.
I hope everyone at the WB is listening to this podcast,
Oh,
watching
boy.
this podcast, and I know they are. And I visited them in their home on the WB Studios tour. God forbid if I ever go back, I will slap all the taste out of their fucking mouth if I see them. How dare you make us wait 4 fucking years for the Batman 2? How dare you? The COVID is not an excuse, and the writer's strike is not an excuse. We want the Batman 2, and we want it fucking now. Give it to us.
Kyle's
That's
going
it.
to storm the Warner Brothers headquarters.
I want to. That is just unacceptable. It is unacceptable. You can give us a new Spider-Man movie every 2 years, but you can't figure out how to bring us the Batman. WB is a sinking ship. You guys need a win, okay? And the Batman 2 is a win. And you're going to delay it fucking 4 years. So
They're going to have a win in Joker
2026.
2.
2026. I'm not so confident about the Joker 2. I mean, is anybody at this point, until we see a trailer, we have to assume that it's like not going to be as good as the first because it's a fucking musical, you know?
People are going to rush to this because it will be different. I promise. I think it'll make money regardless if it truly is good or not.
But you know what?
It's
Like
different.
Hollywood keeps trying to do different and it's failing. They need to go back to the 90s and then the 20s.
Well, hold on.
Look
Barbie.
at exactly what worked.
Barbie blew it out of the fucking water. Oppenheimer
I didn't
crushed it.
see the movie Barbie.
Yeah, but it made
I'd
a
say,
shit ton of money.
I'd say it made a shit ton of money. I think the Ken song and the one by Billie Eilish, you know, they were good written songs. I think that makes sense. But I don't know. I mean, outside of that, you know, like I give them credit because they did that. I mean, when we went to the WB Studios tour, they were really celebrating Barbie. I mean, the tower, the WB tower was pink. They
Was
had,
that the
like, a
pink
huge
shirt
display.
you bought? Oh, that's
No,
nice.
that was the one I sent you. Okay, so you remember
You
remember
fucking
to wear
idiot,
that.
can't turn that fucking. All right,
Yeah,
suck it.
Yeah, I can.
Blow it out
you
your
fucking,
ass.
You fucking
Twice
72
today.
seasons, Mark.
Yeah, that's right.
Um,
When I asked what song we gonna play today, I'm feeling 72 seasons.
Yeah, well, I
Go to
am,
hell.
you know?
I know. So you
You're-
can't be ripping on my shirt. You're just jealous.
I'm just disgusted that you're a Metallica fan sometimes. I'm just disgusted. You're just like too much. Look at you in your fucking 72 seasons shirt and your hat and your James Hetfield mic. Okay? Do you even have an identity, or are you just you just like following James Hetfield around and doing everything that he does?
My identity is your daddy, bitch. Let's go.
Yeah. By the way, good. Speaking of that, good episode of Jedi Talk. I would never ever say that you guys had a good episode of Jedi Talk, but
The Wonderwall.
it was good. It was funny. I was laughing, and Brad was the VIP of that episode. Which again, I feel like, am I in the Twilight Zone right now? Because I'm saying Jedi Talk was good, and Brad was funny. Like, did you guys help him or something? Like,
Well, Brad's
did
from
he take-
4MB now. So
Oh no, but he's not though. I mean, you want this show to tank. You want this show to tank, like,
can't tank any further than it has with you.
Well,
with you and I.
First thing, he's going to come on here, and then we're going to get canceled. Okay,
that's true.
Or you're going to get canceled.
Yep.
Because
Again.
he's just going to say things that are offensive.
Well, he comes on here anyway and says that.
I mean, I guess so.
He ripped Mike to shreds in our comments. Did you see that?
No,
on
I
Instagram?
didn't. What did he say?
On Instagram, I don't think I can go read it because I'm using my phone for something else. But he set up this like saying like you have a beautiful boy that's born and like in a blur, and then he turns out to be this like disappointment or something. I don't know. You have to go read it. So it was pretty intense. It was pretty intense. So hopefully Mike will have something back for Brad on our live podcast.
He won't. He won't. Mike keeps like saying he's like, Kyle can't be witty. I'm like, Mike has never been witty, not once. Like he's just he has nothing. You know, his gimmick is nothing, and he is nothing.
He is. Yeah. All right. Okay.
The only thing he's good at is getting stuck in the turnbuckle. That's it.
Well, we saw how it happened. He got knocked by that load-bearing cane, and then he rolled, and was stuck there until the ring came down. Rumor has it he's still there.
You know how they like use like those salt sticks to like bring people back when they're knocked out? They just use like a baconator. Like that's what they use.
I mean, that would get me up too. I mean, I won't lie.
You know what? It would get me up too. I mean, anybody really, but they knew Mike's especially. Like this is the best way to get him back up.
Mm-hmm. Are you done bitching about the Batman 2 being delayed a year? You have to wait in your little house for a year.
In all seriousness, I'm like really pissed about that because here's another fun fact, and this affects you too. You and I are going to be 40 years old when this movie comes out. We'll be close to 41. We're going to be fucking 60 when this trilogy gets done. Isn't that a sobering thought? Drink some more Blackened.
I will.
How old will Lily be? Lily's going to be what, 5, 6?
When? In October 26th?
Yeah.
So in October 26th, she'll be 3.
3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you know what? It's still too far away. I don't care. It's bullshit.
And so what if we'll be 40 when we see it? We're still going to go see it. Age is just a number.
No, Indiana Jones says age isn't it. You know what Indiana Jones said, okay? It's not the age,
tell us.
It's not the age, it's the mileage.
Yes, the mileage. All that mileage at Disney World. Pretzels and too many calories. So,
absolutely.
So, I mean, are you going to meetings for being this angry about the Batman 2? Are you going to write Matt Reeves letters?
I'm looking for meetings, actually.
Okay.
Like, I'm looking for the right one, you know.
BA, Batman's Anonymous.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a large group of people that are feeling very similar.
Now, are they large people in a group or just a large group of people?
Both.
Large
people in a large group.
Got it. When's the Penguin coming out? This year, right? Speaking of Batman, it's got to.
I hope to believe that. I mean, I feel like we haven't seen much about it, you know?
Now, we got like that little tiny little thing from Warner Brothers, right?
Yep.
Like not that long ago.
If anything, that's acceptable. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Batman, you know, Batman in it.
Sure, a cameo or something,
like
setting
a
up
small
the sequel.
cameo. I'm legitimately excited because I think, you know, I don't know if Penguin was ever like a person where you could do a TV show like this, but I think his character really lends itself well. And I know Colin Farrell talked about his inspiration was Tony Soprano for this Penguin, so I'm super excited for that, and I think that's certainly one of the good things that is coming out this year.
Of course. What else we got in the comic book realm? Did you actually see James Gunn's posting just about 40 minutes ago? He posted this video he shot with his iPhone on a helicopter in Norway, where they're filming scenes for the Fortress of Solitude. So it's looking legit. I mean, it's looking Superman, right? I mean, obviously Zach did the same thing going to climates that are Arctic, and that's just the way you go with Superman. It looks perfect. So kudos to James thus far. They picked a great spot.
Yeah, I saw that he was on Instagram in Norway filming. I didn't see the video, but I think people were commenting that they all felt kind of like they were doing the Fortress of Solitude kind of a thing.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yep.
I feel like I keep seeing pictures of his emblem, the Superman emblem. I'm not sure what's legitimate or not. I mean, there's a lot of rumors floating around, but I keep hearing like the name Kingdom Come Superman being dropped. But
I like
think,
that one.
That's more of like an older Superman. So
it is.
I'm not sure if that's totally legitimate or not, but
I mean, you can't have a Superman origin story. It just feels too close to Man of Steel, right? Because it got to the point with Batman origin stories where it was too many of it, and Snyder said, "I got you." And they did the perfect opening in Batman vs Superman, where the credits rolled during his parents' death that reminds you how Batman became Batman, yada, yada, yada.
That was one of my favorite superhero movie openings of all time.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
The music was on point. It told you everything you needed to know without really going into like some long, drawn-out backstory. And it was just beautifully shot. I mean, I could watch that intro on repeat.
Yeah, it is tremendous. It's a shame the DC Extended Universe is over, but at least we have the memories. Thanks for that, Zach. But anyway, we talked about Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon Part 2 is coming out next month, believe it or not. April, indeed.
Zack Snyder was talking about that on Joe Rogan, and he said that there's a rated R version, and I'm kind of actually very interested in
of course
what the other version looks like, because we all know that when the studio meddles with movies, especially by ones by Zack Snyder, you don't get the full effect. And
no, people.
I want to see it. I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested in watching it for sure.
Yeah, Warner Brothers just probably wants to. I mean, they just wanted to attract as many people as they could, right? They want parents and their teens to watch it. They don't want them like, oh, you can't watch that because you're 12 or something. I don't know. So. It just tore butts in seats.
I mean, I feel like movies can do really well without that. I mean, look at the Joker. Like Joker,
right?
Like was a rated R, and it was
it needed to be rated R.
It was minimally violent, but it earned a rated R rating, and it's just because of the level of disturbingness that came with it, and it just unbelievable genius. So. I don't know. I mean, I don't always think you have to be rated R. I think some movies should be rated R, right?
Yeah.
And
of course.
I get the whole thing for kids, but I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous, the ratings anyway, because it's like PG-13 or rated R. I'm like, my kids can't see rated R movies, but we can play the most violent games possible. It doesn't matter. The ratings really don't matter anymore. Rated R should be for 13 and up, because chances are those anybody 13 in the United States anyway has probably seen way worse than whatever the rated R rating is.
Oh yeah. Video games get such a bad rap anyway. They get such a bad fucking rap. So, in any event, what else have we got this week? I saw it. Did you see the official clip from X-Men 97? That was released by Marvel?
I've seen a number of things by it. I'm kind of wondering if I'm wondering how this will go, because I remember I had this experience. I was actually late to the party when I watched Young Justice, and this came out in the 2000s era, I think, early 2000s. And I was surprised at how much I liked it, because I didn't really know much about the Young Justice, the Teen Titans kind of superheroes, but I was really into this. And then they released, I think it was season 3 or 4, much longer after the fact, and it just didn't have the same. It didn't have the same magic that the original had. And X-Men, the 90s series of X-Men, was absolutely amazing. I mean, that's part of our childhood. So I wonder if they can really tap back into that magic,
The clip looked great. I think they could. They were playing the old school X-Men song over them, whomping some what the hell are those guys called? The tall machines, the Sentinels, right? Am I right? Sentinels? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're called. Man,
the giant ass ones. The Wolverine was messing them up, and it looked good. It looked good. I'm excited. But what's crazy is I've seen a few people reporting on this. Is that like the showrunner and the director and I think the writer was fired from Disney from that role like weeks prior to it releasing.
Yeah, like at the last minute.
Yeah. Did you see that too?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't even know. Like they do this so frequently now, where they like fire people.
But why would they do it before? And like the show comes out, there had to be a bad reason. If they were just like ready to cut ties before the show even came out, there had to be something serious. And I just went to the comments and somebody said sexual assault allegation. So,
Jesus Christ,
which feels like it's everybody, and it's. I mean, it's got to be bad, right? If they're just willing to cut ties and not even hear this person out, it's got to be bad, right? You would think. You would hope at least. I mean, you don't want it to be bad for that person, but it's like you can't hope not just saying something. I don't know. It's just crazy. Everything's so today, gone tomorrow.
So in other news, I'm just looking at the newsreels here. Looks like Rogue Squadron is back in development.
Yes,
and
it
Patty
is.
Jenkins is attached.
It is.
I'm very optimistic, and
right.
Not only that, why is Venom 3 coming out this year, and why is there a Venom 3?
Because there was always going to be 3 of those movies. Tell me
we don't need a
why.
third movie. We don't need a third movie. The first one was decent. The second one was just boring as shit. I mean, it was not necessary. And if we look at the box office results of Morbius and Madam Web, I mean, Sony's really not doing so hot with these characters. So I'm wondering why they keep going with it. Because I'm not asking for a Venom 3. Would I like to see Venom with Spider-Man? Oh, 100%. So if Venom 3 is Venom and Spider-Man, then okay, sign me up. But
maybe it will
until
be.
then, well, I feel like it's just a bad taste in my mouth after they really just botched Carnage. I don't know.
I still have yet to see that. I just watched the end scene and that.
You don't really need to.
No, I know it sucks because Carnage is so cool. It's a shame that they fucked that up. Carnage is cool, and he was a ginger, and they fucked it up. Anti-gingers, just like you, even though you are a stealth ginger. So
that's dumb.
Wrong, dumb. It's so stupid. You should make an AI voice celebrity joke instead.
I will.
All right, do it. Do it. Play it for everybody. Do it right now and play it for everybody. Do it live. Do it live.
No, I'm not going to do it because it takes too long.
Oh, okay. No, you just can't come up with something. That's the truth. What else we got there, comic book man?
I deliver gold all the time.
No, you deliver frankincense and myrrh. That's what you deliver.
What?
3 wise men, bitch. You went to a Catholic high school. Come on.
Okay. When Tom doesn't know what to say, he just says random things.
That was a good joke. Just because you're a fucking toothbrush and the intelligence of a pick doesn't mean and you don't get it doesn't mean that it was good. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. That's from the 3 wise men.
Okay, you laundry basket. See,
laundry basket. Too. Yeah, it's true. You could.
You have dirty clothes put in you.
What? Oh God!
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
You suck.
That's what you do. That's what you do. It's like
Jesus
whatever.
Christ.
You just probably look around in your room. You're like, you fucking bookshelf.
Yep, that's exactly what I do. There isn't a bookshelf or a painting in here. There's a portrait of Ron Swanson up there though.
Yeah, this is like your your third. This room is for like 3-year-olds.
Get it out. Go.
For this.
You suck.
Shut up, you guitar pick. and you fucking, I don't know,
Uh-huh.
keyboard.
What? Looking at your keyboard? Why don't you play us
I'm
off,
looking for
keyboard
random.
cat?
I'm gonna look for random objects. I'd call you my James Hetfield guitar, but that would be insulting to the guitar.
It would be insulting. You owning it is insulting to James Hetfield somehow. When he heard you bought it, he refunded the money. He gave it to starving kids in Africa. He didn't want to take your money.
He wanted me to have this guitar.
Sure he did.
Yeah,
I'm sure he did. Mm-hmm. He did. He did. Stop sending him pictures of your ass. So, I've got.
Okay, that's better than the ones you've sent him.
I've got. Yeah, that's right. I've got a dartboard of you right next to Ron Swanson. I throw darts. Nail it right in the middle of your head.
You throw darts at Ron Swanson?
No, I throw it at the picture of you next to Ron Swanson. You're the dartboard in my room. People come over and throw darts at you.
And next to that picture, is there like a giant poster of Taylor Swift?
No, this isn't Brad's room.
There probably is.
This is not Brad Hughes' room, who's also the a co-host of Fourth Mother Box now, apparently.
No, he's not. Nobody
takeover.
wants that. Nobody
Hostile
wants that.
takeover.
If there's an episode, ladies and gentlemen, and Mike, because I know you're listening, you don't need to listen to this next episode. Whatever Tom and Brad do, it's going to be stupid. Brad's going to come on there and like try to emulate my voice. Like, oh, I'm Kyle. And then it's just not going to be like, it's not going to be funny. It'll be funny to like Brad and Evan, but like these are people that are completely irrelevant. So,
I mean, I guess we could do that when you're across the pond and away out of the country coming up. I guess Brad and I could do that then, but maybe we won't. But maybe I just thought of it now. So
yeah, I'm sure everybody just can't wait.
Thanks for the idea.
Like they can't wait to skip that episode.
No, it'll be the most downloaded ever. So many downloads. You've never seen these types of downloads in your life. So.
Oh, okay, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Please get lost over there, okay? So we can move on. The podcast can break from the chains.
Yeah, then you'll just have one shitty podcast to manage.
That's true.
You could have another like lame LARP session at Disney
World. This coming from.
Do you guys want to dress up as Star Wars characters and be at Disney World?
I do.
We could find a lost Ronto rap.
It'll be fun. It sounds awesome. I want a Ronto rap. You know what's great?
You guys could all kiss each other at the end.
You know what? What time is it? Fuck, I should put a mobile order in for a Ronto rap and go pick it up and bring it home because I can do that.
You should.
You can.
You should. You should get a double order.
I will.
Maybe Lily needs her first Ronto rap.
She can't. I'll send it to you. I'll eat it and I'll shit it in a box and send you a shit box.
You can mash that shit up and give it to Lily. Lily needs some Ronto wraps.
Nope, you do, but you're not going to get one. I'm going to send you a shit box, and then you have to use a shit stick. Oh. Sponsored by the lovely Intoxicated Man's Podcast.
JFW sent me a large order of shit sticks. So
all right, get the like who sponsors them? Is it LIM or JFW? Okay, like who's the sponsor?
They both sponsor them. Klim Jetis just this was just a special he was running for the LIM and that particular. He might have another ad that he will run for the JFW specifically, and it may be the shit stick. It may be something completely different. You never know.
Okay. I look forward to it. What other comic news we have to take us off these rails? That went way off
the. I don't think there's really much else going on.
There's really not.
Comic book wise. I mean, I don't know if you're a Fallout fan, but there's a new TV series coming out in April, which I felt like I knew about that I didn't pay attention to, but I'm kind of paying attention to it.
What was it called?
Fallout. Have you ever played Fallout?
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Fallout,
the video game. Oh, it's after the video game. Okay.
I forget who is doing it. Who is doing
Pedro
Fallout?
Pascal, probably.
No, it's not Pedro. Surprisingly, I'm like trying to figure out. Oh, it's Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
After that god awful Lord of the Rings show, it just like what that show had probably, I think it broke a record for how much money they invested into it.
Really?
And it was the dumbest shit ever. It was so boring. I don't know how anybody got through it. I'm not the hugest Lord of the Rings fan, but I'm a casual fan, and man, it just was. It was a struggle. It was an absolute struggle.
Okay. Glad I didn't try it.
Yep.
Never appealed to me.
That's a swing and a miss. Absolute swing and a miss.
Speaking of shows.
Oh.
Yeah.
Peacemaker.
Oh, yeah, season 2, yeah.
So it says Peacemaker season 2 is connected to Superman, and whatever happens in Superman obviously will play out into Peacemaker, the season 2, and season 1 is not canon anymore. It's funny how that works.
Jesus.
You could just keep the characters that you like,
that are convenient.
and
I know
that may or may not include your spouse, and get rid of everybody else. It's very convenient. I mean, I'm excited. I love Peacemaker, the season 1.
Good.
I think John Cena was great. The cast was great. I don't know if the entire cast is going to be. I just hope like we get the same cast. Like I think if you have that, that's good. But again, I'm just a little bit like that's kind of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll happen after Superman in 2025. So
Yes.
probably same year as the Batman when we all
Yeah,
turn
always-
too fucking old.
Always coming back to the Batman part 2.
Speaking of the Batman, I don't know if you watched the Oscars, but I sent this
Absolutely
to you.
not.
I was, yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch the Oscars, but I was at my parents' visiting at the time, and probably the greatest thing ever to ever happen at the Oscars happened, and it was Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger giving out an award for it. It doesn't even really matter, but when they came out, Danny DeVito said that they paired them together because they both had their butts kicked by Batman, and then they were going into, well, how did Batman beat you, and then how did Batman beat you, and then they panned to Michael Keaton, and he totally played along into the bit, and it was just like I totally didn't see it coming, but this is like my favorite thing ever. It was so cool, and
He hasn't shut up about it since.
I know. I can't stop talking about it. Even Michael Keaton said in a recent interview that as far as him returning as Batman, he said never say never. So, and that's always a good thing in my book. We need more Batman, whether it's Michael Keaton, whether it's Christian Bale, whether it's Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson. I mean, I'll never say no. Unless it's to who's the better Batman, then I will say Christian Bale, of course.
Okay. Wrong, though. Yep,
No.
wrong. Why don't you make an AI TikTok video before TikTok goes away? You should do that.
I've never been on TikTok, not once.
Yeah, don't
So-
you don't need to. I don't think it should be banned. I think it's stupid for people thinking it should be banned, but whatever. I just don't think government should control media. That's my stance on that. A pretty
Are we
simple
gonna
one.
Do we want to start talking politics? We just
No,
took
I-
a total
I-
shift.
No, I just
Like this is who you should vote for.
No, vote for whoever the fuck you want. I don't care. Just listen to Fourth Mother Box. I don't care who you vote for. Shit.
We should be the press.
I just like them all
secretary.
equally. What was that?
We should be the press secretary for who's the
Sure,
next
yeah.
president.
I would let so much fly. And it's like all the journalists asking me questions, be like, go to hell. Go to hell. Shut up.
The new national anthem will be played by the band by the name of Metallica.
Kirk the Ripper Hammett.
Kirk
He
the
just-
Ripper Hammett and James Papa Hetfield.
There you go. I want to end today on a random thought. You mentioned TV shows, and, I love watching sitcoms, and one of my favorites is coming to an end this season and this year. Off the top of your head, name, and it doesn't have to be in any particular order, but what are your top 5 sitcoms of all time?
Is it superhero related?
No. Just random. Just sitcoms. Like, I can ramble off,
When
like,
you say sitcoms,
yeah, like
do you mean
situational
like actual
comedy.
TV shows?
Yes.
Oh, like okay, so like comedy shows.
Yes, yeah, situational comedies. Exactly what sitcom stands for.
Off the top of my head,
Here,
well,
mine.
I feel. You go first. Okay.
Yeah. So, number 1 of all time.
There's only one answer to that. It's The Office.
No, not for me. It's between two. Jesus Christ. The Office is on my list. Is probably number 5 is Modern Family. Number 4 is The Office. Number 3 is Seinfeld. 2, The Simpsons. Number 1 is Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, god damn.
I know, right? There's
too many.
That's hard.
There's too many. Without like preparation, I would say
that's what this
I would
was.
say The Office is number 1.
That's a fair pick. Yeah.
I'd probably put Family Guy and The Simpsons maybe in the same category. I don't know if I would include it in the list. I mean, I feel like the old like seasons of Family Guy and The Simpsons just like, certainly hold up more than the current ones. But I'll make that an honorable mention. So we'll say The Office is number 1. Curb Your Enthusiasm and Seinfeld certainly is on this list. I don't know where I would put them.
Okay.
How I Met Your Mother would be certainly on this list.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually
They're
never seen. I've never seen Modern Family.
Oh, watch it.
Although
you should binge
I feel
it.
like I should.
You should binge it. Absolutely.
Curb Your Enthusiasm, Seinfeld, How I Met Your Mother, The Office. Who am I missing here? I feel like I'm missing somebody important.
For sitcoms, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, Parks
Who am
and
I
Rec
missing?
were close for me, but I don't think you watched Parks and Rec, did you?
I didn't. I watched like a couple of the first episodes. I didn't get into it, but I feel like I would like that show.
It's Office style. It's a different comedy. Yeah.
That's why I think I'd like it. I'm actually watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't watched that show, but I actually do like it. That's a good show.
Excellent.
I wouldn't put it in the top 5. Who else am I missing?
I don't know. You said 5, didn't you? You put honorable mentions.
We could just say like Family Guy and The Simpsons.
There you go. There you go.
5.
All right.
Somewhere on there.
Well, you guys have been great. We have been Fourth Mother Box. Follow us again, Fourth Mother Box, Instagram, YouTube.com, where you're seeing our ugly mugs / Fourth Mother Box. Kyle always ends it with the final word. So, Kyle, don't stumble through this week's, and we'll see you in next week's live podcast with JFW.
I mean, I feel like you should get something different because each week you make the same joke. You're like, Kyle's going to stumble through this.
Yes, go on.
That's it.
That's it. That's
Tom should make new jokes. That's my and certainly watch us next week, March 22nd, for when we take down the JFW. I mean, when JFW is an honored guest on our podcast, and we don't exchange anything mean or negative about this podcast or any of its members, and they won't do either of that to us. So, right.